Hi, I'm Sloane. I just turned 15 years old and I love the NBA. Today on Sloane Knows, we have an NBA champion, an Olympian, and someone who is definitely not afraid to speak his mind. Let's give a warm Sloane Knows welcome to Richard Jefferson.
What up, Sloane?
Hi, Richard.
How are you
you?
doing? I'm outstanding.
It's great to see you.
It's great to be here. It's great to be here.
So happy to be here with you. I couldn't be more thrilled.
I would expect that.
Yeah. This may make you not as thrilled to be here.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So how do you feel that your whole stint as a New Jersey Net, I was just not alive for?
Well, you know what's weird? Yeah. It's now that I broadcast games for them, I have grown men coming up to me with their kids your age and saying, look at a picture of me when I was 12. The dads are like, look at me when I was 12 with you in a jersey. And I look over and they're with their kid and their kid has a beard. So
that's awkward.
I'm like used to this now. I'm starting to grow a little bit more accustomed to it.
Because my dad and I were talking about you last night. And it's like funny because like I know you as like, like a podcaster and a TikToker and like obviously an NBA player, but like more toward the later years, like on the Cavs and stuff. And then he's telling me about like all these glory stories with you and Vince. And I'm like, what? Yeah. Like, it's crazy.
It causes some internet like beef because you get people in the comments. They're like, you sucked. I saw you play. You only averaged 4 points when you played for the Cavs. And then there's other people like, listen,
I know you had multiple 20-point average seasons.
You idiot. He used to, So it's I like it that just even my existence causes people to argue.
All NBA rookie second team here. See, I know that.
Let's talk about hype it up. I got one rookie of the year vote. Let's go.
So lucky. I mean, I have 0, so that's impressive. That's wow.
Yeah, I was very, very happy about that.
Congrats.
That's
a big accomplishment.
Thank you.
Also, I've always been curious about this. Do you have like more of like maybe a spiritual connection to, let's say, Taj Gibson or Alex Caruso, just because you share that NBA baldness together, you know?
Yeah, you know what? I feel like there is a bald brotherhood, but ultimately, like there's a few different bald brotherhoods, right? There's like the bald brotherhood of like, hey, we were bald early and this is just our look. And then there's the other one that we're just like, come over, join Bron.
You know Trey's going over there too.
Trey.
Trey's balding.
All of you guys come join us on the Bald Brotherhood. And they all eventually will and have, and that's part of the fun.
Taj Gibson is definitely part of that. Like, I feel like the like bald look with the goggles. Yeah. When I see that, I was like,
The best thing that I like about it is like people just see a light-skinned brother and they're like, is that Taj Gibson? Or so I'll be walking through the airport and they'll be like, Taj. And I'm like, it's so cool because I can like actually ignore you because you're just calling me the wrong name. You're not saying my name.
In the airport the other day, I saw Lou Dort. Ooh. And like, it was just like, it was weird. Like at LAX, I didn't think I was going to see like an OKC player, right?
Okay.
But if like I saw a Laker, it would click a little bit more.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I walked up to him and I just think that like out of all the people in the airport, he just didn't expect me to be the one to like walk up to him. And I was like, hey, Lou. And he like looked at me and he was like, and I was like, I know who you are. Yes.
Yeah.
And he was just like looking around. It was funny.
Shout out to Lou Dort. Shout out to Lou Dort. Not a lot of Lou Dort references.
No.
Not enough.
Lou Gwentz Dort. Full name. Ooh.
Look at you.
Time.
Did you ask him to be on your podcast?
No, I should. My friend after was like, you should walk back. And I was like, it was already a really weird interaction.
You already had your moment.
Yeah. He also did. Well, no, he was really nice, but I said to him, you should join the Warriors for no reason because like really love him, but like he probably shouldn't join the Warriors.
Yeah, probably not.
And I don't know why it just came out of my mouth.
Is that your favorite team?
It is my favorite team.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Well, given like your existence on this planet over that sheer time, the Warriors have been the best team.
Like maybe if I was born in 2001 when you were drafted, I would have been like a New Jersey Nets fan, but
even then you would have been like 7 or 8 towards the end of the run.
Why would I be a Nets fan? Like I'm just gonna be so honest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I have no allegiance. I have no allegiance. I get it.
We've spoken a lot about age.
Okay.
Seems to be an oncoming theme here.
Yes.
I just turned 15. So this is my first podcast episode where I am 15.
Yay! Yeah. Everybody, can we get some like sound, some applause?
Like happy birthday.
Happy
it's
birthdays.
needed. Okay. If you want to get me a gift, like that would be fine.
Good.
No, I still think you should. I still think you should.
That's fair.
Yeah, great.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Because maybe for your birthday, I'll donate you some of this.
Some hair?
If you want to give me
locks of love? Are you gonna give me a wig? A little locks of love?
Maybe we can trade. I can get like a nice buzz cut.
I asked for like I looked into the locks of love and then I found out that they have much better causes than male pattern baldness. So
probably other people that
that needed
could use
better.
it a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So I know who you are now,
Okay.
right? And I also, because I did my research, knew who you were back then. But I don't want to know that. I want to know who you were when you were 15.
Me at 15, there's like there's some therapy in there. There's some honesty. Me at 15, I was just trying to figure it out. See, it's weird. Like everybody, you see on TikTok where everyone's like the millennials at 95, like in 95, I was 15 years old. There were no cell phones. There were no communications. Your parents would kick you out of the house. I was just a loudmouth kid that
Shocker.
I'm being vulnerable here. I'm opening up to you, Sloane, and this is how you treat me.
I'm loudmouth too.
No, it's fine. We're
exactly.
No, I was just a fun kid. I was very similar to you. So I wanted to talk to everybody. I wanted to know everything. I would immerse myself in basketball. I would watch videotapes and basketball games and just go to the park for 8 hours. It's really cool, and I'll compliment you for you to find something that you're actually truly interested in, and then you put the work towards it.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, hey, do you want your kids to play basketball? It's like, I don't care if my kids are good at basketball, good at soccer, if they want to play sports. The only thing that matters to me is if that's what they want to do, they approach it and push it passionately.
I never knew you to be so inspirational.
You know what? Every once in a while, I like to keep people guessing. Then 8 seconds later, I'll say something extremely sarcastic and rude.
Or maybe even really inappropriate. So like sitting here with a child after you've given me like future
I am
advice.
on my best behavior.
Oh, so sweet.
Yes.
Okay. So were you this tall at 15? What was the height situation?
I was the exact same height I am right now at 15 years old. Mind you, I was probably about 60 pounds less, but when I started my freshman year, I was probably like 6'1", ended my freshman year at like 6'4".
Wait, so were you 15 as a sophomore?
Yeah,
so
my
different
birthday.
than me.
My birthday's in June, so I turned. I didn't turn 21st, first day of summer. Shout out birthday kids. But I didn't turn 15 until basically my sophomore year.
You and Messi have a birthday in the same week. Who knew two of the greatest athletes?
Two of the greatest of all time.
Wow.
Honestly,
Wow.
God was just like, you know what? We'll
We're
just
gonna
drop it.
sprinkle all the athleticism over there.
It's fine. But
no, for sure.
that was really like I grew a bunch over like a 1 year span, and then all of a sudden I showed back up at like 6'5" in Glendale, Arizona. My high school coach was like, "Hey, Richard,
you should play basketball.
You should really start taking this basketball stuff more seriously."
Yeah. And were you a Suns fan, or were you a Lakers fan, or a Clippers fan? What was
Lakers? I would say I was a Lakers fan. I grew up as an LA. Are you born and raised LA?
Yeah.
I just like,
but I say I'm from San Francisco because I can't because I'm not a bandwagon fan, but then people think I am. So I'm like, oh, like my dad's from San Francisco, but he's not. He's from New York. Like I just want to
it's okay. I've had those lies.
Yeah.
Like people, look, I wear my watch on my right hand forever, and people are like, why are you doing it? Are you right? And I was like, and I make up a lie just because that's just what I want to do.
No,
and
I get
respect
that.
it. That being said, as a person born here in LA, I moved when I was younger. The fact that you like the Golden State Warriors and you were born and raised LA girl, I respect it. Be different.
Thank you.
So,
no.
And you
weren't different.
I was. I did.
Lakers.
You know what it was? I liked the Lakers, and then I went to Arizona. The Phoenix Suns were really, really good because that's when they had like Charles Barkley, and Kevin Johnson. They had some really good players, so I liked them. But I'm a Lakers fan.
Okay. Do you have one of those like Suns jerseys where it was like the fire
that
thing?
purple one? Yeah, I was poor kid growing up, so I didn't have any jerseys. Don't feel bad.
Okay.
Don't feel bad. It's my cross to bear. Don't make a comment.
Okay,
but
I won't.
Yeah, I didn't. You know what? Those are the coolest jerseys, and I think they're doing those retro jerseys. They're doing those retro. I am so impressed with your knowledge of like random NBA stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's nice that you say you're impressed. Most people would just call it sad.
No.
Like the other day, I asked my dad if I could get an Antetokounmpo Greek jersey, and he was like, sure, so cool. And I was like, no, I want an Alex Antetokounmpo Greece jersey. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah. And it was just awkward because it was just
that's
sort
the
of
one
sad.
You're like, that's the one. Yes.
Yeah,
that is the one.
I want Alex and Kostas. Like, forget Giannis.
Because you know why? No one else will have it.
Oh,
you.
No, yes, that's the reason. I also, I was like doing a deep dive for a Jonathan Kuminga Republic of Congo jersey, and they don't make those. I was really upset.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, I was really mad.
The fact that you were upset is pretty interesting.
No, I was.
How do Congo? You know what? There's a guy, Jersey Champs. Jersey Champs.
Okay. Let's hit him up. Just if you hear this, you should really
Jersey
Champs.
Champs.
It was
Check
just my
them out.
birthday.
They have the most obscure jerseys, hockey jerseys, basketball jerseys, all sorts of stuff. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to cop that.
Yeah.
When you were 15, I know you didn't play as much AAU as other people, but did you play against any future NBA players?
At that point in time, I think the only one that I played with locally was probably Mike Bibby.
Okay.
And he was a few years older than me. But
that's probably a cool jersey.
Yeah, that was Sacramento Kings, Mike Bibby jersey. But no, he was the only one. Where I grew up, and that's why basketball for me was such a random thing. When I started playing basketball at 10, 11, 13, 14, I wasn't from LA or Chicago where they were like, hey, that guy made it. Or that guy was basically like, you want to play basketball? We hear people can go to the NBA.
Yeah,
so I didn't really play against any real like future NBA guys. So I probably got to like 16 or 17.
And who was that?
All of them.
Really?
At that point in time,
because then you all just like
it was like you all started
together.
competing. It doesn't matter if it was Matt Barnes or Carlos Boozer or Shane Battier, Jay Williams,
Boozer.
all those guys. Please.
Okay, so his sons are like the twins.
Okay.
They're like the top players in the class of 2025.
Are they really?
Yeah, and I would like love if you could set me up with one of them.
You don't care which one. You just want one of them.
I can't say if I have a preference.
That's cool.
That would be so awkward.
You're so smart.
Yeah,
it's like, I like it. I dig it.
So if
I'll put in a good word.
I've known slide in the snap.
I've known Carlos since.
He's a fellow bald NBA brother.
Yes, he was very early.
Yeah.
Also, he was one of the infamous Beijings. I never did the Beijings because of Carlos.
And you won a bronze medal together.
Yeah, we talk about that bronze medal oftentimes.
Sad, right?
Very sad. But you know what? If it wasn't for us, there would never be a...
Not trying to flex, but in the Jewish Junior Olympics, I won a silver medal for girls soccer. So technically, I have a higher medal than you.
Get it. Yeah. Listen, but I had mine dipped in gold. So mine's gold plated.
Ooh, well, that's cheating. So
it's not technically cheating. It's just gold plated. It's still bronze at its core. Just it's gold in my heart.
I never knew you were a cheater like that. Interesting.
Well, now you know.
I'm going to move on to you now.
Oh.
So great. Or just in your NBA career.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah, pass on that 15-year-old. We don't care about him anymore.
That kid, he was awesome though.
Yeah, sort of lame. Okay. What was your welcome to the league moment?
Oh, I had so many of them. I will say, so do you remember Latrell Sprewell? I don't know why I'm asking a 15-year-old this, but Latrell Sprewell previously had been suspended a couple years back for choking his coach.
Oh, like most do.
So he got suspended for choking his coach. And I will never forget this. My first year, I'm putting on a jersey. We're a preseason game. And I'm sitting here and we're playing against the Knicks. And my coach is like, Richard, get in. You got carry. Walking into the game for the first moment. It's a preseason game. But it was like
MSG?
No. We were in Connecticut because it was a preseason game.
Oh, okay.
Nets versus Knicks preseason game. My first time putting on the jersey. First time going in the game, I'm coming off the bench. The coach is like, go get Kerry Kittles. Cool. And I was like, who do I got? He's like, you got Latrell Sprewell. And the first thing that popped in my head, I was like, the guy that choked his coach? Like that to me was holy shit. Like I'm sorry for cussing. We're really doing that. So that was probably my first welcome to the NBA moment. And then my second one was the moment that I got to play against Micheal Jordan. You know, because Micheal Jordan came back. Those were the Wizard years. And you're like, yep, I'm playing against MJ. This shit is real. I don't care if he's 100 or if he's 50 or if he's 12. I'm playing against Micheal Jordan. This shit is strange. So that was it for me.
So we know welcome to the league moment. I have a question for you. So I've now come up with something called like a what the hell is my life come to moment.
Yes.
And like I was wondering, do you think when you like had that poster on Klay, I think in the Christmas jerseys.
Yes.
Do you think that was the what the hell has happened to me moment? Because like that was later in your career and like that was his prime. And then all of a sudden he was like, shoot, Richard Jefferson just like put me on a poster. Like this is so awkward.
And the best part about it is that I had Klay. I played with Klay when he was a rookie in Golden State. I'm a former Warrior. That's probably where you know. That's probably where
2013.
That's
we get it,
where
Richard. I know.
Like, listen, she is good, people. Like, just like this is impressive off the top. So, those are the moments that like in the NBA, especially happened later in my career. Like I went to 2 finals early.
Yeah.
Didn't think I was ever going to go again. I just loved the game of basketball. Wanted to keep playing and competing. Got very, very fortunate to be in a process. And all of a sudden, 15 years later, I'm back in the NBA finals. And it's like, what has my life become? How am I still here? And so to dunk on Klay, the best part about dunking on Klay is that we ended up going to the scorer's table like a little bit later again. And he just looked at me and was just like, anybody but you. Anybody but you. And I was like,
what the hell happened to him moment?
Thanks, Klay. You know what? That actually makes me feel better that you wished it wasn't me. That made me feel better.
I get that.
Yeah.
So in 2012 to 2013, when you were a Warrior, I believe that was the first year that Steph, Dre, and Klay played together. Could you see the dynasty coming or it wasn't clear?
No, it was not. So I think that was the first year. So I think that was the lockout year, maybe.
Well, because Draymond was drafted in 2011, I think. So then that must have been the first.
So Draymond, no. So Draymond was drafted in 2011. So I showed up at 2010 after the lockout. That was Klay's rookie year. Steph was hurt when I got there. The next year is when they drafted Harrison. They drafted and Draymond. So then that was the first year. I saw special. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
He broke the record that year, the first time he broke the NBA three-point record. And it was like he did it with such ease. And it was like he hadn't even pushed himself to the wall. But that was the first year Steph was becoming Steph.
13 or 12?
12, because that was the year they beat Denver in the first round, lost to the Spurs.
In the semifinals?
Semifinals. Then they lost to the Clippers the next year. So first year they didn't make the postseason. Next year they won the first round, lost in the second round. Next year they lost to Clippers. They fired Mark Jackson. Then that summer they brought in Steve. Then they won championship finals. Championship.
We know the rest.
I just like doing it.
I know.
She's not the only one that knows bunch stuff, y'all.
Okay, but like that's common sense.
That's common sense. Yeah. That's like common
like not that
everyone.
Cool.
Everyone knows.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, but thank you. You're so inclusive. And okay. Do you think that like Steph is the best shooter of all time because of you? Your leadership.
1,000%.
No, me too.
Go ahead.
Like, come on. Why would it be Dell? Like, why would it be Dell? What? It would be you.
It would honestly, when I look at the encouragement that I've given him over the years, and like, I don't want credit. I think we have an unspoken thing it's a very unspoken thing when we see each other that like, Richard, like I would not be the person I am without your leadership and your tutelage.
I just thought of something. And like, you have to tell me this is real.
I'm aware.
So you know how Steph broke the record?
Yeah.
In Madison Square Garden, in the Mecca, where you're most hated.
Yeah.
Do you think that he was doing that as like a shout out to you? Being like, this is for you, Richard. Like because he could have broken it before. He was in a slump.
Yeah.
But maybe it was on purpose to wait for the game against the Knicks to be like, this is for you, Richard.
Well, you know what? What I like to say is that like, I like to say that I encouraged him in that moment. And I was just like, hey, listen, I know of all the stuff going on. You go out there and you do this for yourself. I gave him one of those like Rocky speeches. Rocky was a movie that came out in the 80s and 90s. Yes. I'm not sure if you're familiar. So I'm actually
familiar because Michael B. Jordan was in like the new Rocky. And so like I like Michael B. Jordan. Come on. So like that. Yeah. So then I had to be like, oh, why is Michael B. Jordan in Rocky?
Who is this guy?
Yeah. And then I was like, well, he knows Michael B. Jordan. So
that's fair. Okay. So you do know Rocky. But that's what I was saying. I gave him kind of a Rocky go get him speech. And he was like, Richard, I'm going to do this for you. That's what he said.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I know. He's adorable.
He's such a sweet guy. He's so adorable.
You know, he probably said it to 9 other people. He was probably visiting hospitals and saying it to all the kids.
Perfect.
So it was just like, he was just, I think
he was carrying foster puppies.
Yes, it was amazing. Like it was just the things that he does. It's so impressive.
Perfect guy.
Perfect guy.
Love him. So you were drafted 13th overall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people say 13th is not an unlucky number, but it's my lucky number.
As it should be.
Do you think that being drafted 13th overall made your career lucky or unlucky?
Very lucky. I could not, when you say like, what the hell has my life become? Or like, what is my life moment? Yes.
It was
like,
all up to 13.
13. I got drafted in the right place to play with the perfect players, to play on the perfect team. Everything was like, I could not have dreamed. There was not a team, a situation I would have rather gone to than one that I went to. So I think it was the luckiest number that I've ever had. On top of the fact, when you look at like 13, look, we get it. Number 1 picks, number 5. 13 is one of the most random numbers. You have Karl Malone, Donovan Mitchell, Kobe Bryant, you know, the late great.
Yes.
You know, so Tyler Hero, another one. Why are you laughing at Tyler Hero?
It was just funny because you're like Kobe Bryant, Tyler Hero. Well, I love Tyler Hero, but like
I'm saying there's a fraternity of like we were the middle of the pack. We were in the we're in the middle of the pack and we found our way out. So it was like there's a little bit of a brotherhood there.
Yeah, for sure. You and Kobe.
Me, Kobe.
You guys so similar.
Me and Kobe, we're so similar. So Tyler Hero.
Oh my God, the three of you.
The three of us.
Such a trio.
Such a trio.
Now let's move on to my favorite segment on Sloane Knows.
Okay.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Colleague. Yep. And really you. I'm actually going to change that. Cut that out. No.
Okay.
Richard Jefferson is known for some crazy takes.
Mm-hmm.
They're hot. But... oh, Richard.
Here we go.
Have you ever seen a take hotter than Kelly Oubre Jr.? No, you haven't. No, you haven't. I mean, those green eyes, those tattoos, that bleach blonde hair, no takes are that hot. But until we we're going to go out there with some takes that are going to be so hot. It's going to be like Kelly Oubre JR and Richard Jefferson mix.
Hotter than Kelly Oubre?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's tough. It is tough, but I think we can do it.
I believe in you.
Do you think so?
I believe in you.
Thank you. And I believe in you.
Okay, thank
and
you.
I believe in Kelly.
And
I know a lot about Kelly. Man, that's a gorgeous guy. That is a gorgeous guy. I love him. I just love that guy. Okay, beautiful. When I think about him, it's just like,
look at you, you're glowing.
He's just so beautiful.
Can we get focused back? I don't want to talk about Kelly. I could take it.
I'm imagining him in that chair right there. And I'm like, hey,
one day you'll interview him. Yeah. It's going to be great. I want to watch that. I want to see that.
No, but I don't think I'm going to be able to focus. It's going to be so hard. I'm just going to be like staring at his eyes.
But that's that's why I wanted to laugh about it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay,
so let's go. We got to be fast, but we're going to have more rapid questions later.
I'm ready.
So you can still like explain, but I want you to be like fast. And the answer cannot be you. Even though I know you're going to want it to be you.
I've always wanted it to be me.
Yeah, it seems that way, but it's fine. I may let you slide on a few.
Okay.
Which NBA player is the best dressed?
Ooh.
Currently
best dressed. That's a tough one because these bad boys are bringing out all the stops. Best dressed. I don't know I'm supposed to do quick fire, and I'm sitting here going down the list of guys. Best dressed. Let's go with Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yeah, I'd like there's so many guys. I like guys that are eccentric.
Tsunami Poppy, 2 words. Tsunami Poppy.
Is that a thing?
That's his nickname.
That's his nickname. Oh, okay. Tsunami Poppy. Okay. Yeah. Just dripping.
Beautiful dress, man.
Okay, I got
beautiful.
I see it.
Which NBA player currently has the best shoe game?
Oh, PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker.
So I like to say this every time, but if you don't say PJ Tucker, I just think you're just trying to be different.
No, it's PJ Tucker.
It's just weird.
Yeah, it's done.
Lame.
I was going to throw him in the best dress because I was going to add his shoe game.
No, he dresses clean.
PJ dresses clean, but his shoe game is that's his thing.
But he's not Tsunami Poppy.
He's not. Listen.
No one is. Not even Champagne Poppy.
Ooh. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. He'll start singing.
Drake, sorry.
About it. Sorry, Drake.
Yeah, not as beautiful, but close.
Close. Yeah.
But no one's like the Tsunami. Okay. Who is the funniest NBA player? I knew this one was going to get you going because I know what you want to say.
Like people that I had played against or just current?
Let's just go current. Yeah.
Current. Okay, listen, I'm saying this.
Some people I still played against, I wasn't alive.
Tim Duncan is one of the funniest players and teammates I've ever had. Currently, I'm going to say this. There's 2, Klay Thompson and Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, some of his interviews are just so funny, but Klay Thompson, no one has a better time than Klay. No one has a better time than Klay. He's on his boat. He's got his dog. You never know what he's going to say. He just takes his boat out. But Klay, to me, is when I say funniest, he's just one of those guys that is super funny, but doesn't know why he's funny. He's just being himself.
Like when his hat flew off on the boat. That was
like,
that was more life being funny to him. I don't really think he was the one being funny.
100%. That's Klay.
Anthony Edwards is good at being funny.
Good at being funny.
It seems like he's been media trained hard.
I feel like he named his dog Junior, right? Like Anthony Edwards Jr. He already named his dog that. And you're just like, good for you, Anthony.
Yeah, so good. And or when he did his top 5 players of all time and he was myself. That's just
as
quality.
He should. He should believe that. But no one has more fun than Klay. And
Klay has fun. Klay has fun.
Good for him.
Which NBA player currently is the most overrated?
Most overrated. Ooh.
The nice thing about you is I know you're going to answer.
I'm 100% going to answer. Yeah. Most overrated player. Ooh. That's a good one. I'm going to say this. Zion Williamson. And I'm not going to go at Zion from that standpoint, but I want Zion to earn the greatness that he is entitled to. So he's got all the attention, all the love. And it's my thing is this. When the facts change, so will my opinions. So that means he could go out.
And they probably will change.
And they will change. I 100% believe in him.
Yeah.
But right now, the attention that he gets, the love that he gets, and he's been injured, unfortunately, and some other stuff.
Well, he doesn't get a lot of love. He actually gets a lot of hate.
So this is not hate. This is more of saying hey, all the dunks, all that stuff is great. When we are in the business of getting paid to win and perform. If you're not winning and performing, then criticism is going to come. Mm-hmm. So I believe he'll improve. But right now, I think he would be the most overrated.
I agree. I think that's understandable.
There
if
we
he wants
go.
To,
let's look at us. Let's go.
I mean, if he wants to go out there and be as good as he has the potential to be, he has to go out there.
He has to go out there.
He needs to really perform. we know he can. He's the youngest starting all-star ever, but he needs to really be that all-star.
Dude.
Yeah.
Give me 65 games. Give me 65 games this year. Take your team to the postseason. Yeah. I will shut my mouth, salute you, and say you deserve on the All-NBA team. Currently, right now, I need more from you, OG. Yeah, that's my thought.
Thank you for that.
This is my pleasure. I
Zion,
answer.
Listen over here. Yeah, I'm sure he's like sitting comfortably in the mansion right now, but like if he'll be fine no matter what. Most underrated.
Ooh, this is a good one. I think Chris Middleton. I'll say Chris Middleton. And the reason why I say Chris Middleton is because we know he's a champion. We know he's an all-star. But I think you greatly underestimate his importance to a championship team.
Interesting.
Last year, if they would have had him, I think they would have repeated as champions. Really? In my opinion, yes. The Golden State Warriors, it would have been a good one. It would have been a good battle.
That would have.
But I think Chris Middleton is so important to the success of Giannis because Giannis might be Shaq. Chris Middleton kind of fills in the gaps, very similar to how Kobe would. And I think like he's just one of those guys that if he would have been healthy and their team is healthy, he is so... They took him to 7. They took the Boston Celtics to 7 without him.
Yeah.
And it's just like, if he would have been there, they would have won.
No.
They would have won in 5 or 6.
I sort of feel like he's properly rated though.
See, I think
because he's been an all-star maybe like
four
couple
times,
too many times where you're sort of like, how did he get there?
I think the underrated part is I don't think people understand why and how good he is. It's like, oh, he's one of the top 30 players in the part.
You don't know why.
You don't know, but he's one of the top 30 players in the league. Yeah. But like his importance level is probably closer to top 10.
Yeah. Oh, top 10.
Well, importance.
Oh,
and that means that like if Chris Middleton and Giannis and those guys are healthy,
then then
you start to see like he closes the games, he makes the late game plays, he does all of that stuff. And Giannis is just that monster that does everything else.
He is a monster.
He's a monster.
God,
he's so good.
Which NBA player is the best singer?
Ooh. Any of these guys got any talent? I don't know. They're all rapping now. Yeah. Everybody's got their own.
But
like
Victor Oladipo is like
can he sing?
No, he was on The Masked Singer and he like almost won. Like he's like an actually really good singer.
I can see that.
Like he has real talent.
I can see it. I don't get that far, right? With some of the guys as extracurriculars, but there are because it's like there's 450 NBA players. There's going to be 100% a guy that can play instruments, play music, that can play other sports. Totally. But I can see Oladipo being a great singer.
Yeah.
I got no issue with that. It's him. He's so the best singer. Singer. Done.
Yeah, Victor, you got this.
You got this, Vic.
So proud of him. Okay, now we are going on to another segment called Mugsy or Manute. So we know Mugsy Bogues, shortest NBA player ever. About insulting, but yes. Well, it's insulting to me. I like wish I was like tall.
You're young. You're still growing.
No, I'm not.
I know. I was just giving you a little pound back. I was just trying to help you out. I was just trying to like help you out. Yeah,
rude.
It's fine.
Okay, and then Manute Bol, tallest NBA player of all time, on the same team.
Yes, Wizards.
Bullets.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring up bullets. Really I was not going to bring. Wasn't going to say Indians. I was going to say Guardians.
Ooh.
See,
this is getting controversial.
It's not getting controversial. I'm just saying, I just was saying the current team name versus the post team name. That's not.
But is bullets really like that controversial?
Well, when they had the highest murder rate and crime rate, it was kind of like there's like maybe we should change it. It's like it's kind of like awkward. Bullets. Yeah, I get it.
You could also look at another way with like presidents being assassisinated with.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullets.
Awkward.
We don't need bullets in DC.
No, it's not. It's not.
Ask Gilbert.
Not great. But like, so this is getting awkward too. Wow, I need to get out of this. Okay, I'm stuck in the mud here. Oh, you're so silly. Okay, now let's just go fast. You're a talker.
I'm ready.
I'm a talker.
We're having fun.
Richard.
I don't care how long this thing takes. I'll stay here all damn day. Let's go.
Yeah, MJ or Kobe last shot?
MJ.
LeBron James on the Cavs or LeBron James on the Lakers?
Oh, Cavs. Second stint Cavs.
I feel like you're giving yourself credit for that one.
Second stint Cavs. Okay, I'll do this. First stint Miami, he was the most physically.
Yeah, that wasn't the question.
I know. We're answering. Listen, we're answering different. First, okay, never mind.
Lakers or Clippers?
Oh, this is a Lakers town.
I don't know. This season.
No, that was the answer. Lakers.
I think John Wall
my
is
final
the
answer.
Ticket.
Lakers.
Playing basketball or reffing basketball?
Oh my God, playing basketball. I will never ref.
Yeah, you're
again.
a horrible ref.
I'm a terrible.
You
ref.
really are.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Rams or Cardinals?
Oh, what? Rams, 100%. Rams all day.
Why?
Because they are the
For
Rams.
you, why?
Why?
Because when you were born in LA, they were in St. Louis.
Yeah, okay, this is why. Because when I moved to Arizona, the Cardinals were trash for like a decade. And I was like, I hate them. So then I always said the first team that moves back to LA will be my team. That's going to be my football team because I didn't like the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And then I just didn't have a team. I supported people.
But now you could like
But
them.
now screw the Cardinals. I love the Rams. That is my team. I went to the Super Bowl, went to
Me
the NFC
too.
Championship.
Oh my God.
We were there.
Let's go to the
Carter
next
was
Super
there
Bowl
too.
together.
It's
Oh my
awesome.
God, that'd be so
Team.
cute.
So great. Yeah.
So awesome.
It's so
Perfect.
great. So much fun.
You sometimes remind me of a teenage girl.
Me? Yeah, I have a lot of that vibe. That's why all the teenage boys like to follow me.
But also your like comedy is like a teenage boy, like Instagram or TikTok.
TikTok, 100%.
Yeah,
easy. That's
also, you only post TikToks on Instagram.
That's the only thing I post. I used to try and post Instagram, but I'm not gonna like.
No
whatever.
thirst traps, not real.
That's not for me. It's all about TikTok.
Steph or Magic?
Magic, 100%. And that's no disrespect, Steph. No, that's fine. You can be mad. People were trying to say
just, no. After all this, come on.
No, people
just
were
with his fourth ring. No, I don't even want to hear.
I love Steph. Like I said, I don't think that there is a better. Because I love this game so much. I love it like to my core, and so I love people that represent the game the right way. And there is not a better representative on this planet than Steph. And I stand that with LeBron. I think Steph has done so much for this game. I think Bron, all these guys, but Steph, yes, he's that dude. Magic Johnson, though, like we forget that this league almost was like about to like fold and not even exist. And Magic was one of those guys
but
that
Steph
just
changed it.
Yes, but so did Magic Johnson. So did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. See, and so did Shaquille O'Neal. So
and
that's
so did you.
Yeah, no, obviously from a standpoint, but this is a quick history lesson. Everyone says that Steph changes the game. That is true. He did change the game, but that implies that he's the only person to ever change the game over the course of basketball history. Shaq, they had to literally change the equipment for Shaq. He was that physical, that strong. Magic Johnson, there had never been a 6'9" point guard, had never done any of that, really saved the game. Him and Larry Bird, known as saving the game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, they wouldn't allow him to dunk the basketball because it was too easy. That's why he created the skyhook, because they outlawed dunking. They made a rule that said you couldn't dunk. That's the definition of changing the game. So when people talk about Steph changing the game, there's a history of players being so impactful, and Steph belongs in that category.
You were such a nerd.
I'm such a
You're
nerd.
such a nerd.
Such a nerd. That's why I like that you were a nerd. I was like, she's a nerd.
I am sort of a basketball nerd.
Yeah, you're such a nerd. That's why I can spot it.
But I like cover it up. I feel like you just like are just proud
of
it.
Oh, at this point in time, it's like I'm 42. I have no other skills. I'm like, I'm a basketball nerd.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's sort of sad. But
it's definitely sad.
Whatever.
It's not sort of.
Just
sad.
a little bit. It is.
It's not even a little bit. It's a lot of it. It's a lot of it. Yeah.
I don't know if you're like a soccer fan here.
Okay.
But Ronaldo or Messi?
Ooh, I'm going to say Ronaldo.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I don't know. Look, I know Messi's a stud and he's a little guy, but I like the
athleticism.
The athleticism because to be big and strong and skilled is
impressive.
But also like Messi. Yeah, but I don't want to. No. But Ronaldo, I like Cristiano's story is really, really cool. And he's that dude. He's that dude.
Okay. We're ending it on this. This is
here
a big
we go.
one.
I'm nervous. I feel like this should be a drum roll. Can you guys add drum roll?
Boom, boom,
add
boom,
drum
boom.
roll and post.
Okay.
All right.
Doris Burke or me?
Oh, Doris, 100%. And that's not even a question. But Doris is amazing, and you should get Doris to sit right here. Doris is Doris is the godmother of basketball. Like, think about that. Godmother of basketball. You call her for advice, she'll give you advice, and she'll shoot you straight. She'll give you some love. She'll give you some hugs. She'll give you some shut the hell ups. She is one of the most amazing people that I've ever met in this industry by far. And you should get to know her.
And I'm also one of the most amazing people.
Well, yeah, that's why I said you should get to know her, to like
so
emulate her.
Amazing
if you
people
could literally, Doris Burke, you should get her in this seat.
Doris,
come sit in this seat.
The two best.
The two best. Number one and number two. What's a baby goat called?
I think a baby goat.
I don't know. There's like, what is a baby horse called?
A pony? No, wait, no.
You were about to call it a pony.
No, that's so awkward. No, a pony's just a small horse. I don't know what it's called.
But there is
like a calf.
No, that's a cow, woman.
Oh. Wow, I've never been called a woman before. I feel so big.
Well, you're 15 now.
Adulty.
You're 15. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Great. Thanks.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Sloane Knows with me and Richard Jefferson, the NBA player with the worst tattoo ever. If you want to see more videos of Richard and I, make sure to follow Sloane Knows on TikTok and Instagram. Sloane has an E, by the way.
From Jam Street Media.